প্রথমিব দর্শন আছে নিতাই গৌরাঙ্গ অদ্বৈত শ্রীবাস সদাগর পঞ্চজন নিতাই গৌরাঙ্গ হরে কৃষ্ণ নাম রতে ভাসাবে জগৎ কৃষ্ণ নাম রতে ভাসাবে জগৎ হে গুরুদেব কৃষ্ণ নাম রতে ভাসাবে জগৎ কৃষ্ণ নাম রতে ভাসাবে জগৎ बिहारी जी की जय श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जी की जय नित्य लीला विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर सत्य श्रीमद भक्ति वेदांत श्रीवान कृष्ण महाराज की जय सुबह आविर्भाव तिथि की जय नित्य लीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर सत्य श्रीमद भक्ति वेदांत श्रीनारायण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय सुबह तिरुभाव तिथि की पालन करी भक्त वृंद की जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर स्मृत भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर स्मृत भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज की जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर भक्ति रक्षक श्रीधर गोस्वामी महाराज की जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर सतमान भक्ति प्रमोद पुरी गोस्वामी महाराज की जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर भक्ति जीवन शिला जनार्दन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर भक्ति देशर माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर भक्ति सिद्धांत शिला सरस्वती प्रभुपाद की जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर महाभागवत प्रवर श्री गौरदास बाबा जी महाराज की जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की श्री रूपान गुरुवर्ग की जय गोपी गोवर्धन श्री गिरिराज महाराज की राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड ललिता विशाखा आदि ससुखे वृंद की श्री रूप मंजरी लति मंजरी अनुमंजरी विलास मंजरी रमन मंजरी आदि सखी वृंद की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की पवित्र पावन नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय महा महोत्सव की सचिनंदन गौर हरि की राधा गोविंद देव जी की जय राधा गोविंद मंदिर की समस्त सेवक सेविका वृंद की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की वेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री जगदीश्वर प्रभुपाद की गौर प्रेमानंद
Hare Krishna, Dhanyavad everyone. Thank you for coming. So we'll continue the program with Hari Katha about Srimati Shamarani and one more.
Ramranadi, please come here.
Jnanam timirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chaksurunmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. First I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pai Astotra Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pai Astotra Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj to Srila Bhakti Vedanta Vana Goswami Maharaj, to Srila Bhakti Vidyam Bharati Goswami Maharaj, to all of our Guru Varga and all the assembled devotees. I don't know why, but I've given thousands of lectures, but having Sripad Bhan Maharaj sitting next to me, I'm a nervous wreck. So please excuse me if I say anything wrong. So today is a most auspicious day. As you've heard many, many times, there's no difference between the appearance and disappearance days of great pure Vaishnavas. And today we have the fortune of having appearance and disappearance day. Of the two, disappearance is more important, Srila Gurudev explains, because at the time of the appearance of a great Vaishnava, his glory is not always manifest. With Bhagavan Sri Krishna, it's always manifest. Krishna appeared in the prison came out of the womb of Devaki in his four-armed form as a 16-year-old youth. But for Vaishnavas, it's not always apparent. But through their life, by their conduct, by their teachings, they manifest their glories. And so after their disappearance, we understand their mission. Maharaj mentioned last night, I was here in my unmanifest form, mentioned last night that today is the Viraha Mahamahotsav of our Srila Gurudev. And he gave the definition of Viraha. V means special, and Raha means meeting. So at the time of feeling separation, there's a special kind of deep meeting that's often more intense and profound than at the time of meeting. And that's why it's called Mahotsav, Mahamahotsav, great, great festival, because he's giving us the opportunity to remember him and glorify him, and he's certainly present. I attended one lecture where Gurudev said that somebody asked me a question that I had never heard before, and I gave an answer that I had never given before. They asked me, where is Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur now? And I said, he's in every atom, everywhere. When I heard that, I asked Srila Gurudev, is that true for you too? And without answering directly, he said that when Parikshit Maharaj was going to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Srila Sukadeva Goswami, there was no antenna systems, no email, no internet in those days, but residents of heavenly planets all over the universe heard the news. And immediately there were thousands and thousands of great sages ready to hear along with Parikshit Maharaj. So, although Gurudev didn't give a direct answer, he gave an indirect, very powerful answer, that if this is true for the great sages who were not even on the topmost level, because Sukadeva Goswami was hesitant sometimes to speak the highest truths. Later on he gave it, but sometimes he was hesitant, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Gurudev explains. So what to speak of a Rupanuga Vaishnava, who is the highest type of guru? Gurudev explained, even Srila Haridas Thakur, who's an Uttam Mahabhagwat, combination of Brahma and Prahlad, he's not a perfect guru. How can that be? It's because his Istadev is not the highest Istadev. Those who are Rupanuga Vaishnavas, pure, and servants of Srimati Radhika, they are the complete, most perfect gurus. So what to speak of Gurudev, how he's everywhere, in every atom, in his full feature and full power. He knows everything we're thinking, everything we're saying before we say it. So I wanted to share some of the contributions among the unlimited contributions of Srila Gurudev. But first I want to ask, how much time do I have? So one, and you all know this, but we're just making a list, is that he taught that none of our acharyas, and he also came to establish our Srila Prabhupada Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj's real mission, why he came. So he would say over and over again, throughout all the cities and countries of the world, how Prabhupada, although he established the foundation of Vaidhi Bhakti, rules and regulations of Krishna consciousness, inspired by fear of going to hell for not following, or inspired by awe and reverence, that Sarve Pumsa Paro Dharmo, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the perfection of human life, the supreme religion for humanity, is to serve Him, and that can make the soul happy. So out of duty and out of fear. So Gurudev taught everywhere in the world that our Prabhupada and our previous acharyas gave that, but didn't come to give that. They came to give Raganuga Bhakti, spontaneous devotion following in the footsteps of the residents of Vrindavan, particularly the maidservants of Srimati Radhika, in which stage Srila Gurudev says they actually came to give Rupanuga Bhakti, or the following of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Sri Rupa Manjari. To do that, he, being very clever, extremely intelligent, in the Bhagavatam, Prabhupada writes in one of his purports that the Guru has unlimited intelligence with which to guide his disciples. So part of his doing that was to show and prove that our Srila Prabhupada is not in Sakiras, he's a maidservant, and giving all the evidence from Chaitanya Charitamrita, the fact that Prabhupada took sannyas from our Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, who gave him the sannyas mantra in the Rupanuga line of disciplic succession, which is a gopi mantra. So through this, through showing by Prabhupada's Pranam mantra, Gauravani Pracharani, and explaining what is Gauravani, what are the teachings of Gaur, of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanayas Tadam Vrindavanam. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Krishna in Vrindavan, not Krishna who's the controller and master of Rukmini and Satyabhama, but that Krishna who, and Gurudev said, Kya Kya Kya, was the baby of Mother Yasoda, and who's controlled by Radharani and the gopis. That Krishna is my most worshipful deity, and the land of Vrindavan is as worshipful, which brought Gurudev to the next evidence, next extreme abundance of evidence, how the real teaching of our Srila Prabhupada is not that the jiva fell from Goloka Vrindavan, which is Tadama Vrindavanam. It's a place that's as worshipable as Krishna and non-different from Krishna. So how can anyone fall from a place like that? And he would use all kinds of evidences from first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Tamna svena sada nirastakuvakam satyam param dhimahi. I worship the Supreme Lord, who is ever existing in His own abode, which is forever free from illusion. So it was very interesting because Srila Gurudev explained to us that our Srila Prabhupada in his last couple of days in this in his manifest pastimes, requested Srila Gurudev to watch over and train his disciples who, and I did hear the Bengali, who are Bandaras, meaning now I know where Srila Prabhupada is at any given time of the day. Like at noon he's at Radhakund. In the morning he's dressing Radharani and getting her ready to go and cook for Krishna at Nanda Bhavan. In the very early morning, he'll assist the other gopis in waking Radha and Krishna, just like we do in Sadhan Bhumi, this world of Sadhan Bhakti. So our Srila Prabhupada, our Srila Gurudev, and all our acharyas, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, what they're doing all day. And I can pray to them. In fact, I was so inspired last night because Sripad Van Maharaj at the beginning of his class was uttering so many more prayers than I'd heard in a very long time. And then I remembered actually back in the 90s, Srila Gurudev would utter those same prayers before his classes. Anga Shamalim Chatabirabhito Mandi Kritendi Varam Jadyujja Gururo Chisambagaritam Patam Balasyasya. How Krishna wears a garland of Vaijayanti Mala, how his complexion defeats the brilliance of fresh rain clouds, how his apparel defeats the brilliance of lightning, and ultimately in the last line, how he rests his arm on the shoulder of Srimati Radhika. And he would say these prayers, this and the other ones, to Srimati Radhika and others, Shama Sundaram, Sakanda Sekar. But he would give such deep meanings. He said, what does it mean that Krishna's left hand, full of brilliant jewelry, is resting on the shoulder of Srimati Radhika? It means he can't walk without her. He's totally dependent on her. And in her separation, when she's in Oman, or when he's in a distant country, he falls apart. And almost to the point of, he becomes unconscious, but feeling like there's no point in living without her. So, another thing that Srila Gurudev contributed, which all of our acharyas know, which are in the books and teachings of Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur, Jiva Goswami, and others, or to speak of Rupa Goswami, the head of them all, is that the goal of life is Radha Dasyam. And everywhere, every city, because I don't know how it happened, but I was fortunate enough to travel with him to practically every country and every city he went, except for a few. So everywhere he was saying that our goal is Radha Dasyam, and if your mind is not on the goal, then you can't even take the first step to where you're going. Just like all of you are here, obviously. And you all got in your cars or your friends' cars and left your house. Now, if you didn't know the exact address where you were coming to now, you wouldn't even have known which way to make your first turn. So we can't make positive advancement, Gurudev stressed, everywhere without knowing our goal. And then, of course, he gave all the process how to get there. At the same time, doing just what our Srila Prabhupada did, just what his Srila Prabhupada did, just what his Guru Maharaj Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur did, that is fighting all the Prakriti Sahajiyas. The materialistic, Sahajiya is a good word. Sahajiya means natural tendency to love Krishna. This is the mood of the Brajvasis. But our Srila Prabhupada's Prabhupada, and thus our Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev and all those in Srila Prabhupada's line, they use the word Prakriti Sahajya, which means materialistic, so-called natural, which is what's the natural feeling of my body, and let's call that Parakya or Paramula. So Srila Gurudev, he was so bold, he is so bold because he's still teaching. I'm just going to read something on the back of his book called Soul of Book Distribution. And that's another thing I was able to understand, being in most of the cities he was in, is that, which is a surprise to a lot of his followers, is that he stressed book distribution everywhere. Sometimes he would say, during your Prabhupada's time, the young girls and boys would go out without any hesitation, chanting Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Hare Krishna in the streets. They would go to airports, seaports, malls, everywhere, distributing Prabhupada's books. But my disciples, they're not so enthusiastic like his disciples. And he is my Shiksha Guru. I want my disciples to be just as enthusiastic as his disciples were in his day. I don't want my books to remain in cold storage. As soon as they're printed, immediately they should all be distributed and immediately reprinted. So in the back of the book is a letter to one of his disciples named Kanhaya Prabhu, Kanhaya Lal, and he said, "My contribution to the present and future generation of devotees is largely embodied in the books that I am writing and translating," which he says often is the supplementary and complementary to our Srila Prabhupada's books. They are my legacy. The books are my legacy. We should always remember the transcendental knowledge of the Vedas must be accompanied by association with self-realized souls. So in all of his books, he would lead us to that ultimate goal of life of Radhadasyam. And so I'm just going to hold them up for a moment because I know some of you are not familiar with them, and very few of you are not familiar with all of them. Are familiar with most, but not all, and some of you are not familiar with any. So Jaiva Dharma, the A to Z of spiritual life, beginning from what is the nature of the soul, how we're vitiated into thinking that this nature of this body is my nature, just like somebody might think that steam is the nature of water, which it's not, it's liquid, going all the way to Radhadasyam at the end. The study of all the energies, study of the 10 supreme truths that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established, everything, Ras Tattva, everything is here in Jaiva Dharma. And why am I mentioning it now, besides to share Gurudev's contributions, is that there's going to be a table in the back at the time of taking prasadam after the program. One of the most popular deities is Lord Shiva, so in a very unique, amazing contribution, Srila Gurudev establishes that Lord Shiva's desire is that everyone becomes a devotee of Krishna. And now he is also the best Vaishnava. Pinnacle devotion, a series of classes that Gurudev gave in Australia in 1997, that what is the pinnacle of devotion? Of course it's Radhadasyam, and that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. I've heard this like hundreds of times from Srila Prabhupada over the so many years. This verse, Anarpita Charing Charat Karunayavatirnam Kalo, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give what no other incarnation or no other acharya gave before, since when? Since the previous day of Brahma, when Lord Chaitanya came. And that is Radhadasyam, the service of Srimati Radhika. Mahaprabhu came to taste the love, because he's Krishna himself, he came to taste the love, the happiness, the relish of Srimati Radhika. And he came to give the treasure. I saw that so many times in Prabhupada's books. He came to give the treasure of that love. So what are treasure chests usually? They're usually locked. So Gurudev unlocked that lock. He said, I'm giving you the key to unlock the treasure chest that's locked within the larger treasure chest, which is unlocked, which Prabhupada shared with the world. I'm coming to give you the shovel with which you can dig deeply into his books. I'm coming to give you the torchlight with which you can see his books more clearly. So here Gurudev explains very clearly what Radhadasyam is, how that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give, and how to get there. Journey of the Soul. This was one of Gurudev's missions, especially in the West, to establish that the jiva did not fall from Goloka Vrindavan, but rather we came from a neutral place, the Varaja River, or from the glance of Mahavishnu, and from there we had a choice to go up to Goloka Vrindavan or down to the material world, and all of us here made the wrong choice. And it's full, this book is full of his lectures, his morning walks, his darshans, and 1/3 of it is devoted to Srila Prabhupada with a clarification of Srila Prabhupada's words through the lectures of Srila Gurudev, which is just totally amazing. And then there's 3 chapters of Jaiva Dharma in here, which is all about Jiva Tattva. And then this is Gurudev's fight against the Babajis. Usually we would print lecture books from his English lectures, but we don't call this Gurudev's lecture book, we call it his yelling book. He yelled those lectures, defeating the Babajis. And he said, now, by my presence here, I'm holding everything back. But after I leave, I don't know what's going to happen. A dangerous time is coming. And Rai Ramanand Samvat, with the most deep, profound explanations by Srila Gurudev. Besides giving us all the books, leading us to the goal and the step-by-step process how to get there, guess what? He also taught us how to read the books. I've been reading books since 1966, since I was 19 years old. But how to read those books, I never understood until I heard it like 15 times from Srila Gurudev. In one of the classes, he said, if I want to make Srila Sanatana Goswami my Shiksha Guru, or Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj my Shiksha Guru, who can challenge that? These books are Shiksha Gurus. Don't read the books, he said. What if it ended there? Don't read the books. What to do? Serve the books. How to serve the books? Pray to the books. Put the book on your head, on your heart, and pray. Oh Prabhu, you're not a book. Let's take this book. Oh Prabhu, you're not a book. You are Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami yourself. You're Rai Ramananda yourself. You're Chaitanya Mahaprabhu yourself. You're Gurudev yourself. And if I'm reading from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the same tattva, you're Prabhupada yourself. And here I am. Where? Here I am, sitting at your lotus feet on the bank of the Godavari, and you're personally speaking to me. Please, all of you, bestow your mercy upon me so that I can realize your words. Gurudev said if we pray like this, then automatically all Siddhanta will come in our hearts. And if we don't, if we think, okay, here I am, going to understand this book, then you'll be full of all doubts in Siddhanta. So he gave us the goal, he gave us the process how to get there, and he gave us the instructions how to read those books. At another time he said, my disciples have so many problems. They get restless, they're nervous, and so they stop chanting. They stop reading. They stop their devotional activities. So what to do? Read more, and read like this. Pray. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj never met the 6 Goswamis except for Raghunath Das Goswami and Jiva Goswami. How is it that he called the 6 Goswamis his Shiksha Gurus in Chaitanya Charitamrita? It's because those he heard from had heard from the other of the 6 Goswamis and read their writings. So they're not ordinary. And another thing, which if you want any tearjerker books, this is it. The origin of the Ratha Yatra. Going into Chaitanya Charitamrita and giving the deep meanings. Why and how Lord Jagannath appeared. I remember in 1999, Gurudev was in Holland, and every year during the Ratha Yatra time, he would give lectures, which later on turned to this book. And he said, why did Krishna, or how did Mother Yasoda understand Krishna better than Devaki and Vasudeva? Why is the love more deep? And I remember Sripad Bhan Maharaj answered that, and I thought, how did he answer that? But when you've been with Gurudev again and again and again, it just becomes part of you. And what was that? Krishna would never ask Mother Devaki for any more rotis. Why? Because he was too shy. But Mother Yasoda knew how shy her son was. So she would say, you're not eating. Look at Baladev's Sika. It's much thicker than yours, and he's stronger than yours. If you want to be as strong as him, then take. And I've made a vow to Narayan, my deity of Narayan, that you will eat. Don't displease him. Eat. And Bhajana Rahasya. Oh, so I forgot to mention that when Sripad Bhan Maharaj was saying all those prayers before his class, I was remembering this is Gurudev's teachings, that when you chant, and this is the teachings of Bhajan Rahasya, that when you chant, what to pray, what to think about. Like think about that prayer, Shama Sundara Sakandi Sekar. Oh Krishna, Shama Sundar. Oh, you with the peacock feather on your head, playing a flute. Please give me what? Please give me service to your most beloved Srimati Radhika. So how to pray? Sankhya Purvaka Nama, praying to the 6 Goswamis while I'm chanting. Hey Radhe Brajadevi K, chanting their prayers. And praying, this is another contribution, and praying that, oh, just like we were singing the songs of Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Narottam Das Thakur. Oh, whoever I'm singing your song, please make your words one with my heart. Please make your heart one with my heart. Now this is your song, please make it my song, my bhajan. And then thinking how Gurudev loved us, then we can weep. He said, as Maharaj quoted last night so beautifully, if you can weep for Gurudev, then you can do bhajan, because then you can weep for Srimati Radhika. Everything depends on our keen service and relationship to Sri Guru. And who will weep for Guru? Not one who thinks he is so high, I am so low, but one who, by serving and surrendering to Sri Guru, he will think, oh, he loved me so much. And he will be just like the little boy who jumped on the lap of his father and began to caress his cheeks. And Guru will no longer think of him as, oh, he's my servant, he is my disciple. But Gurudev will think, he is my heart. And then he's giving real bhakti. So in South Africa, Gurudev said, I want this printed, my letters to Prabhupada. I want to prove my relationship with him. That not only are we ISKCON, but we're the mother and father of ISKCON, because we gave Srila Prabhupada sannyas to go to America. Secret truths of the Bhagavatam. What?
So we won't be able to see your face anymore because that's going to stack up so high.
Oh, Brahma Samhita and so many books. And the amazing thing, or one amazing thing about his books, is there was so much controversy ever since the early 90s. Who are his books for? Are they just for the most advanced? We had that controversy about Prabhupada's books too. Like, don't distribute Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Prabhupada said, I want all of my books to be distributed to all classes of men. So that's similar controversy, but even on a larger scale because of the deep secrets in Srila Gurudev's books. Who are they for? So one day, Gurudev was at the airport in Fiji, and he was sitting in his wheelchair as usual, surrounded by his 200 devotees. And I wanted everybody in the world to know his answer. And it was filmed. So I asked him, there's a controversy, Gurudev, about who your books are for. Some people say only the introductory books, like Way of Love and Secrets of the Undiscovered Self, are for general mass. And these books are just for devotees who you've been cultivating. So Gurudev went like that. No, all for all. I want all of my books to be distributed to all people, whether they're Gnostic, atheist, or Astic religion. Then my duty is finished. And Krishna will make all the arrangements where they're going to go and who they're going to meet. at what time. As Prabhupada said, my books are like time bombs, so similarly Srila Gurudev's. Even this book, I asked him how many books should we just print, because the devotees who were working on the book said 2,000. Gurudev said, no, 10,000. And of course, Gauravani Pacharane, where Srila Gurudev explains very deeply and clearly our Srila Prabhupada's mission and identity. So, these books will all be in the back at the time of taking Prasadam, and Bhakta Adam and Vasanti Devi Dasi will be manning the book table, and I've gone way over time, please forgive me, I just have one more contribution, that is that Gurudev was always non-sectarian. He said, we have not come here to create another group. He said, after me, someone may come from another group. Vaishnavas are not bound by walls or borders. Who is Vaishnav? Who is Guru? And Gurudev quoted, I think this was in Malaysia in 1999, Mahat Dwaram Ahur Vimukte. Guru is equal to all, Vaishnavas are equal to Mahatmas. They're equal to all, they're friendly to everyone, they never engage in any abominable activities. And by serving such Mahats, the door to liberation is open, and by serving sense gratification persons, the door to the lowest region of ignorance and hell is open. So Gurudev said, what is the definition? It's here in the Bhagavatam. This is the ancient and general meaning of this verse. But now a poison has entered. In modern times, we think, only if someone is a disciple of my Gurudev, only then should we hear from him. We shouldn't hear from anyone outside. But Gurudev said, this is a poison. It's an offense that if a Vaishnava Mahabhagavat is there from anywhere, if Haridas Thakur walked in, a Muslim, wouldn't we want to hear from him? And as far as our Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Dwaram, the line of conception, coming from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Rupa Goswami, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, any Mahabhagavat who's a Rupa Nuga, he's going to have the exact same mood as our Gurudev. And it was so lovely the way Maharaj explained it last night, that we want to hear from someone who has the exact same mood as our Gurudev, who's giving all these amazing contributions. And he may be from anywhere. Why was Gurudev stressing this so much? Because there was institutional concerns that no one should go and hear from Srila Gurudev. So he was opening everything up to what is real devotion, who to hear from. Like, for example, since today's Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj's appearance day, just want to mention one story that I just heard like 1 hour ago, because Srila Bharati Maharaj, Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj is speaking live every hour morning. So about an hour ago, he said that Srila Vaman Maharaj, when he was staying at Chinchura, his Guru Maharaj's, that is our Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj's mat in Chinchura, he would often go to Mayapur, to Sri Chaitanya Mat, to visit, take darshan of Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's samadhi. And when he would go and visit there, he would stay in the mat of Srila Bhakti Dwait Madhav Goswami Maharaj, which is Srila Bharati Maharaj's mat, being his disciple. And he would stay there, take prasadam there, they'd exchange Hari Katha there. And sometimes Srila Vaman Maharaj would, without even asking, because there was no consideration of this is my mat, this is your mat, this is my place, this is your place, this is my guru, and forget about your guru because he's from another institution, but rather he would, without asking anyone, Srila Vaman Maharaj would take vegetables from the land of the Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Mat and carry them, maybe you've heard the story, and carry how much? 25 to 50 kilos of vegetables, walking to the Ghat in Mayapur, then taking the boat and then walking to where? walk to Devananda Gaudiya Mutt on the other side. No rickshaws in those days. So Srila Bharati Maharaj was showing how non-sectarian everything used to be in hopes that everything will be non-sectarian now. So thank you, please forgive me, I'm a big blabbermouth. Gurudev said it himself. He would always look at me and say, be brief. So now, thank you for tolerating me. And
two quick announcements. Firstly, we need 2 volunteers who are expert rollers of puris to make the feast, and we won't let Harikatha continue until we get those volunteers down. Okay, perfect. The old school puri roller. And the second thing is, we still have a continuing issue with the city that we can't have cars all over the roads, everything like that. So the cars that are parked here and the ones that are right up against the property over here is fine. But these other cars that have sort of spread out into the neighborhood or some on the street like that, please take 2 minutes and move your cars 2 blocks down the road to the parking on Main Street. It's really important. We don't want that the city comes in here and makes a huge big scene in the middle of our festival. So please, everybody take responsibility to do that.
There's still so much parking where developers will shop with us.
There might be maybe one or two spots, but not much
Anyway, there's only 2 blocks here on Main Street. The 2-block walk
available.
to drive the car there and there. Come back down.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I'll be very, very brief because we want that Sripad Maharaj can actually, he's had so much association with both Srila Raman Goswami Maharaj and our Srila Gurudev, and we would be remiss if we didn't take advantage to hear the depth of somebody who, like Shamarani Didi also, who personifies Guru Mishra. Just hearing, especially on a day like this, for me to just say something, I don't know if it's so much important. But because Maharaj has given an order, and I also beg the forgiveness of all many devotees here senior to me, Gautama Prabhu, Chitananda, Omkar Prabhu, so all devotees, please forgive me. Just Maharaj given an order. So one thing, last night we spoke about the glory of the connection between Mahaprabhu's prophecy and the unfoldment of that prophecy in the Western world. And we had concluded that actually our Srila Prabhupada, being Shaktavesh Avatar of Nityananda Prabhu, he brought and he spread the thick net of Krishna Bhakti, especially the essential teachings of Vaidhi Bhakti, throughout the entire world. Srila Prabhupada, our Srila Prabhupada always preached on 2 tracks. One track he preached for the general mass of people. But in the writings of his books, he also put all of the Guhya Katha, means very confidential meanings of all Krishna consciousness, is there in his books. If you read Adi Lila chapter 4, Chaitanya Charitamrita, if you see even Krishna book, how he gave so many descriptions, you'll see, like our Srila Gurudev, he gave many, many confidential tattvas. But as Shamarani Didi also explained, Just like when Mahaprabhu gave everything, Rupa Goswami had to open the chest. In the same way, Srila Gurudev opened the chest to all of this deep Guhya Katha of our Srila Prabhupada. Some devotees had one idea, that one proof that our Srila Prabhupada was in Sakya Ras was that he stopped his translation of Srimad Bhagavatam at the Brahma Vimohan Lila. But it means they don't understand anything deeply. Because what is the meaning of Brahma Vimohan Lila? It's not only Sakya Ras. If you read Jiva Goswami Gopal Champu closely, he mentions at that time, at the end of Brahma Vimohan Lila, this 1 year has passed. Now this is the beginning of the setting of the stage for Krishna beginning to come to Kaishwar Lila and the beginning of Gopi's Purvarag. So it's not the Sakya Ras. But now he left the description from Purvarag of Gopis, because when Gopis go to see Kaliya Dhamana Lila, Jiva Goswami Pad says for the first time they saw Krishna. But how could they see Krishna for the first time? They grew up together. What is the meaning they saw Krishna first time? Means for first time they saw in Purvarag, beginning their maturation, first time they saw Krishna. How did they see Krishna? Dancing on the head of Kaliya. It's from this idea that in their hearts they began to cherish an idea, I also want to dance with that boy. Jiva Goswami Pad said, on the bank of Kaliya Daha, all the Brijabasis, when they came there and they saw the condition of Krishna in the coils of Kaliya, they, Mochit means they fainted. Who did not faint? Only Gopis. Young Gopis did not faint. Only Madhumanga whispered to Krishna, they stood with their eyes very, very wide. Because that time, first time now, Purvarag starting to come in their hearts, beginning of their maturation. So Srila Prabhupada ending with Brahma Vimohan Lila really has this meaning. Because that 1 year passing means now Krishna is coming from Poganda to Kaishwar. Now, ending there, in Purvarag, Srila Gurudev came to describe the importance of Purvarag all the way up to Radha Dasyam clearly. Srila Pujapad Bhakti Rakshak Shri Maharaj gave this in one question and answer with one ISKCON sannyasis. They came and they asked Srila Shri Maharaj, and I'm quoting now directly, Maharaj, so now it can almost be concluded that our Swami Maharaj was in Sakya Ras. Before they could begin the next sentence, Pujapad Srila Shri Maharaj said, oh, temporarily he showed like that. And then he began to go on and describe how because of the influence of Nityananda Prabhu, as I described last night, he maintained this footing. But then he spoke something very amazing. He said because purposely he thought Madhurya Ras should not be given in the first installment. Because he knew, don't think our acharyas, they come and they are not Trikalagya. That they come and just, I did my preaching, who's up next? Like, no. They know that they're all coming in the shade of Mahaprabhu's prophecy. They all know what role each person will play. Just like the greatest sports team. Everybody knows their role. Who's in this position, who's in that position. Don't think Srila Prabhupada did not know why he asked Gurudev to do his Samadhi Lila. Why he asked Gurudev to help his disciples. It's not an ordinary thing. He knew that from where he left in the unfoldment of bhakti in this world, Srila Gurudev would adequately and perfectly now expand that to the proper level of what is Sajja, which is Radhadasa. Had Gurudev not come, we were reading Srila Prabhupada's books for many years. Shamarani Didi is attesting. I used to read sometime Nectar of Devotion. One section in Nectar of Devotion, oh, Diro Datta, Diro Santa, I just turn the next page. You understand? What is it? I don't know. I just turn next page. I'm not the body. That's an important thing. And keep going. So only if Gurudev had not come, who would have revealed all of these things? What is true Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu understanding? What is Ujjvala Nilamani Tika? All these kind of things. Gurudev, he revealed all these things. So he was now the second installment, as Srila Shri Maharaj says, of the fulfillment of the prophecy. Now the prophecy has been fulfilled. No doubt. There is nothing left really to be known, but there's so much left to be realized. Nothing left to be known, but so much left to be realized. So now practice. And practice means sadhu sangha. So I appreciate Shamarani Didi. She's mentioning that we should try to find sadhu sangha everywhere. And we should also try to find sadhu sangha everywhere it exists, and also in the hearts of those who were so near and dear to Gurudev. We should also try to find that sadhu sangha. I remember Pujapad Maharaj, as I mentioned, many, many years ago when he came to the West, and I remember him staying at my house sometimes, and I thought, how kind, because he didn't have to stay here. He could have stayed with anyone, but he stayed here and treated me with so much affection and training. Oh, Prabhuji, you not do like that. He was never heavy with me, but Prabhu, don't, this is a good thing to do. And every morning in my house, he would come to Mangalarti. And he could get up, he could chant his rounds, we could just do the puja. Every morning, he also come to the Mangalarti, everything. So all of these things remind me very fondly of Srila Gurudev. And what kind of Guru Nishta all of his sevaks, like Shamarani Didi so many years, Pujapad Bon Maharaj many years, all others, how long they've served Gurudev. So for me, this thing is also very inspiring. And like I'm saying, now we know so many things. Gurudev reveals so many different Goswami Granthas with good explanations in English language for us to understand. But how to practice now? If we don't see who's Guru Nishta, who's dedicating their life, then how will make any advancement? So I'm appreciating on this day to especially have the association of Shamarani Didi and Pujapad Bon Maharaj, that they can reveal from some true realization of being Guru Nishta what it means to understand all these things.
ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मृतं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। ॐ वृन्दावै तुलसी देव्यै प्रिया वै केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे देवी सप्तवत्यै नमो नमः। भक्ता विहीना अपराध लक्ष्यै क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्न वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। भजामि राधां अरविन्दनेत्रां स्मरामि राधां मधुरस्मितास्यं वदामि राधां करुणाभराद्रा ततो मम नास्ति गतिर्न कापि। श्यामसुन्दर श्रीखण्डश्रीकर स्मेरहास मुरली मनोहर राधिका रसिकमं कृपानिधि सप्रिया चरणं किङ्करीं कुरु। संविदा दशने दिनं विभो प्रार्थये ब्रजमेन्द्रनन्दन अस्तु मोहनो तवा वल्लभा जन्म जन्मनि मदेश्वरी प्रियम प्राणनाथ विश्वानंदिनी श्री मुखाब्ज रस लोल जटापद राधिकावदतली कृतस्थिते तं भजामि रसिकेन्द्र शेखरं वंशी विभूषित करान्नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरादुरणबिम्बफलादृष्टात् पूर्णेन्दु सुन्दर मुखात् अरविन्द नेत्रात् कृष्णात् परमतत्त्वं किमपि अहं न जाने न वैयाचे राज्यं न च कनकमाणिक्यं न विभं न जाचे ब्रह्मं सकलजनकामं परपदं मे सदा काले काले प्रमोदपतेन कृतचरितो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु हा देवी काकुभर गदगद यद्वाचा जाचनी पत्ते भुवि दण्डवदुर्भटार्ति अश्य प्रसाद ममदस्य जनस्य कृत्वा गन्धर्विके निजगणे गणाङ्गिरे अङ्गश्यामलवी छटामन्दी कितेन्द्रीवरं जड्डं जाचुगुरुरोजिषं पट्टं वर्षश्रिया बिन्दारुणनिवासनितुलसद्धामनि दामोदरं राधास्कन्दनिवेशलोज्जलो भुजं ध्येयं सुदामोदरम् तवैवास्मि न चिमामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञायते राधे तं नयामि चरणान्तिके श्रीरूपमञ्जरीकरार्चितपादपद्मो गोष्ठन्दनभुजार्पितमस्तकाय हा मदत कनक गौरी पदारविन्दं सनवयानि सनकैस्तव किं करिष्ये पदाब्जुस्तव विना वरदाश्रमेव नन्नात् कदापि समे किल देवी जाचे सखायत मम नमस्तु नमस्तु नित्यं तस्सायते मम रसस्तु सत्यं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे First of all, I offer my humble, respectful obeisances unto lotus feet of my Guru Pad Padma, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Satasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, and Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Satasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Simultaneously, I offer my humble, respectful Dandavat Pranam. Lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Satasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Gauraganda Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Srila Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vidgan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and also presented Prapuja Pujaniya Samrani Didi, and all senior Vaishnava and Vaishnavis. All you are very qualified, I know. All you are very nearest and dearest of Gurudev. I saw how Gurudev's love and affection with you. Just I want to say a few words because today is very super excellent, auspicious day. Because two Mahabhagavats at a time. Their appearance day and disappearance day. That means we are celebrating their Avirbhav Tithi and Tirubhav Tithi. Appearance day and disappearance day. I'm very lucky also. Why? I'm very proud. Why? Because at a time I got associated two Mahabhagavats at a time, simultaneously. Nitya Lila Prashna Bhaktivedanta Swami Bhamana Goswami Maharaj, and also Nitya Lila Prashna Vishnupad Ashtottara Satismat Bhaktivedanta Swami Nan Goswami Maharaj. But on the other hand, I'm very unfortunate, tell to you honestly. Though I took Diksha from Nitya Bhaktivedanta Bhamana Goswami Maharaj, actually I did not physically associate with him. Because when to Diksha, that time Srila Gurudev Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he brought me Mathura. So much love and affection. When I joined in Devananda Gaudiya Math, that time in the temple, not so many, not in sannyasi, most of the sannyasi they went out, collect some Anukula of Navadip Dham Parikrama. Anukula means some collecting some grains, rice, and potato for Navadip Dham Parikrama. All they went out mostly. And only brahmacharis are staying there. Mayapur and Krishna Kripa brahmachari getting. I am listening their Hari Katha. Is it true, all brahmacharis? I am listening Hari Katha. But I was not completely satisfied. For this regard, I used to go listen Hari Katha from the lotus lips of Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. And I remember just my life. So it Hari Katha, Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. And just I remember when I first met with him, that time he was sick, just he lay down on his chair. And he gave Hari Katha, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, just this slope, Anna Vilasita Sunnam, Gyana Brahmadya Anabritam, Anukulenam Krishnanam Silanam, Bhakti Ruttama. That time was very new. I don't know the meaning of this sloka, just I was listening, very sweet explanation. My heart completely melted. What is Bhakti? Then after maybe few months, then Srila Gurudev Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he came from Mathura and Devananda Gaudiya Math. Then Gurudev spontaneous, he also gave me Japamala. Yeah, just this Japamala actually Gurudev Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he gave me Harinam, just Japamala. Then after 1 month, then Srila Gurudev Bhamana Goswami Maharaj, he came according to the rules of the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. So I also met with Srila Gurudev Bhamana Goswami Maharaj. Then when saw my Japamala, he asked, what did you get? Then I told this thing, Gurudev Narayan Goswami Maharaj. My Gurudev Bhamana Goswami is so very humble. Just he took my Japamala and put on his head and also returned back. That time I cannot understand what it is. He did not give Japamala, he is Acharya of Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. My heart to start to completely what? Pain. Then I met with Narayan Goswami Maharaj. That time he told one thing, just I remember. Listen very carefully. Myself and Narayan Bhamana Goswami Maharaj is same. Just I remember this word Gurudev word. Well, there are no difference. Srila Bhamana Goswami Maharaj and myself. Just I remember. And once also my Gurudev Bhamana Goswami Maharaj, once he also told, that my Hari Katha is none different from Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Then when I listen Hari Katha from Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he again and again emphasizes this word about Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru. Diksha Guru ke janiye tumi taharo roop, Shiksha Guru ke janiye tumi taharo swarup. Antarjami Bhakta Shrestha ei dui roop. The Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu. This also very nicely Gurudev explained
about the meaning of Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru. What is the meaning of Roop and what is the meaning of Sarup? So from this beginning, my heart completely absorbed you. We never discriminate and never we also inquire who is our Diksha Guru or who is our Shiksha Guru. We never inquire also. And we're thinking, Narayan Goswami or Vaman Goswami, both are same. My Gurudev always gave this instruction. So just today is very super excellent auspicious day, appearance and disappearance day of Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj and disappearance day of Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Samrani Didi very nicely explained about this philosophy. And also Mukunda Prabhu, last night he spoke very nice sweet words. And I appreciate this, how is beautiful Hari Katha. Here all the devotees, how they are very elevated. And all the trained of Gurudev's teaching. Gurudev's teaching. Last night I also explained Gurudev, just one lecture I also told you. This is not my Katha. Particularly speaking, always remembering Gurudev Katha. And about 30 years, always I am staying with Gurudev. And in Mathura, always I am staying with Gurudev. And listen Hari Katha. Whatever he used to go, he also then bring to us. And listen, and also glorify sweet pastimes of Radha Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Privilege Acharya. Yesterday I told, Viraha means is what? Actually Viraha means, this is simple meaning. Viraha, V means Vishesh, Raha means meeting. Special meeting, this thing. Remembrance, his sweet pastime. And another thing, Viraha, also one kind of fire. That's called a Viraha Agni. Viraha Agni. And if you put the fire, then fire will burn everything. Just to give an example. How will you know this is the pure gold? Pure gold means is what? If you put the fire again and again, then all kinds of, what is called? Impurities. Go ahead. And these things of Chaitanya Charitamrita explain this way. So in the same way, when you feel separation from Guru and Krishna, then all our anarthas automatically what? And go ahead. This is true. But now question is coming, who will feel separation from Guru? Gurudev, on his lecture, he very clearly explained after that lecture, the disappearance day of my Gurudev Vaman Goswami Maharaj in Kartik. That time Gurudev, he gave lecture this thing. This was the harmonies also, this lecture, this lecture, the published separation. In this lecture, one part is also Gurudev very clearly explained who can feel separation from his Guru. Who has Sambandha Gyan, knowledge of relationship with the Guru. He will feel separation from him. Without Sambandha Gyan, we can't feel separation from him. Sambandha laiya bhaje, tare Krishna nahi taje, har shab mori akaran. Narottam Das Thakur, Prem Bhakti Chandrika. When Sambandha Gyan, knowledge of relationship manifest in your heart, then you feel separation from him. Then you will cry for him. Right? Just I will sing this song. Right? What Gurudev is giving, give to us. What the valuable jewels, give to us. How he was magnificent and magnanimous. Udarjama Vigraha Guru Bhagavatam. I don't know the mercy of Srimati Radhika. I don't know the mercy of Krishna. Even I don't know the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even I don't know the mercy of my previous Acharya. I know the mercy of my Guru Padma. Why? Because I am very arrogant. Dambhi. Dambhi means proud. And completely materialistic. Visaya. But my Gurudev, by force, he caught my Shikha Choti and bowed down unto his lotus feet. And he gave me best of mercy to me. This is it. So every disciple, when you realize these things, how is my Gurudev? When this feeling will come, Anubhav will come, realization will come. That time I will be crying. Srila Gurudev told, my Gurudev, Bhakti Pradhan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, when he used to go the place of Samadhi Mandir of Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada, he did not utter just word Prabhupada. Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada, he could not utter. Then his throat completely was choked and tears rolling down. He could not speak any words, no time to glorify about his Gurudev, Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. That time he indicated to me, Bhavan Goswami Maharaj or Trivakruti Goswami Maharaj. Okay, you may speak about. Gurudev told this katha. Yeah, my Gurudev, he felt painful separation from his Guru. In the same way, I saw in the disappearance day of Bhakti Pradhan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, Gurudev, when he started to speak about his Gurudev, glorification of his Gurudev, couple minutes, he can't speak. His body started to sway. And tears rolling down. Just remembering the mercy of his Guru, Guru Padma. Because this is called the Guru Bhakti, Guru Nishtha. This is the backbone of our bhajan and sadhana. Separation means is what this thing. Yesterday I told. In Bilab Kusmanjali, Raghunath Das Goswami he performed bhajan and sadhana on the bank of Radha Kunda. And he took vow, may I give up my body on the bank of Radha Kunda, I will not go anywhere. Kalati, Charitamam. What is so? Many times also recite this verse. They need to cross up. No. What is so? Maybe I will give up my body if I will not receive this mercy of Srimati Radhika. Asa Bharyam Vrikshendo Mai Kathanchit Kalo Mayati Charitan Gambhitan Gamitan Sampratan Tanchit Kripamai Kripam Vidhassanaiva King Me Prani Varchu Bakarinapi. Raghunath Das Goswami. If you know this sloka, if you read this sloka, if you read this meaning of the sloka, automatically your heart will melt, tears falling down. Asa bhari amritamai sindhu kal charita sampradani. Maybe thousand births. I will stay here on the bank of Radha. If I will not get on the sprinkled mercy of Srimati Radhika, Radha Kripa Kadaksha, I will give up my body, this place. Ihameva samsthiti. This is my only bhav, only will stay here. Asa bhari amritamai. This is my only one hope. How will we receive the one to sprinkle the mercy of Srimati Radhika? Hey Barodi Srimati Radhika, you will not give mercy. What is my life? Even Raghunath Das Goswami explained, hey Rupa Manjari, you pray to lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. If you will not give mercy, I will give up my this body. Many slokas, these things. But in the beginning of the Bilab Kusmandali, Raghunath Das Goswami, how did he glorify our his Guru Padma? Gurudev told this katha. And completely absorbed in his own translated constitution from Siddhartha. He's thinking, I am Rati Manjari. And now Rupa Manjari is there. How did he express the Guru Pranam Mantra? Gurudev told. What is that Guru Pranam Mantra? Tam Rupa Manjari Pratita Pure Usmin. Tam Rupa Manjari Pratita Pure Usmin Pumsa Parasa Badanam Nahi Pasatiti. Bimbadhari Katmanagata Bhattakaya Jatti Vidhati Kim Tatsuka Pungavenu. What kinds of this? He's laughing or joking. Viraha separation, but he's laughing. Joked with Rupa Manjari. Hey Rupa Manjari, I know. You are very chaste lady. You will never see other person's face except your husband. But I know also, few days your husband is not in your house. He has gone somewhere. But why this red spot coming on your lips? Oh, maybe some big Sukapungaveno, some special parrot came and also touch your lips, or thinking this is very nice, beautiful, reddish pomegranate. Sukapakshi, there is parrot, they like these what things? Pomegranate. See? So these types of joking, Pranam Mantra, Gurudev told. I remember this thing. Or then, coming back this thing, maybe your question will come. Manjari Bhav means is what? There one particular Srimati Radhika, Vaikantiki Radha Nishtha. All you know, I will not tell too much, just you know, three kinds of Sakhis of Srimati Radhika. One is called Krishna Nishtha Sakhis, another is called Radha Nishtha Sakhis, another is called Ubhay Nishtha. Nishtha means faith and one point. Some Sakhis of Srimati Radhika, they also they get Krishna Nishtha. They have Nishtha with Krishna. That's called Vrinda, Vindarika, Dhanistha. They are called Krishna Nishtha. But they serve Srimati Radhika very nicely. Without Vrinda Devi, how possible Srimati Radhika's conjugal marriage will manifest? Nishanta Lila Pesari Vrinda Devi's. But Vrinda Devi's Nishtha with Krishna. So our Goswami is in Vrinda, Vindarika, Dhanistha, they are called Krishna Nishtha Gopi. Or another is called Ubhay Nishtha Gopi. When some gopis, they love both Krishna and Srimati Radhika. That is called Ashtasakis. Lalita, Visakha, they are called Ubhay Nishtha. Ubhay means both. They have Nishtha with both. Or another Sakhi that is called Radhika Nishtha. Radha Nishtha, they are only one point with Srimati Radhika. Sakhi, Nitya Sakhi, Pran Sakhi, Prishta Sakhi, Prana Prishta Sakhi. Nitya Sakhi and Pran Sakhi, that is called the Manjari Bhav. And in their heart, Bhabul Las Ruti in there. They never they meet with separate with Krishna. Impossible. And many Leelas also what Goswami explained this way. How they have one pointed with Srimati Radhika. That is called Manjari Bhav. Rupa Manjari. So maybe your question will come, Rupa Manjari and Rati Manjari. So Rupa Manjari, she has also, that's what is called biting spot. Rati Manjari, she has or not? What do you think? Must be because Manjari is, they never separately meet with Krishna. But when Srimati Radhika meet with Krishna, then all kinds of automatically manifested in their body. This is very important. Manjari Bhavas, this is best thing, these things. If Krishna embrace or kissing, to Srimati Radhika, and all the activities automatically were reflected in their body. Actually, Rati Manjari, she has also the biting spot on her lips. But she is thinking, she is saying, here Rupa Manjari you have. Just I tell you, Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada very nicely told one story. Tum bhi kathal khayasya. Tum bhi kathal khayasya means, have you eaten the jackfruit? This story, little bit I tell you, they can understand this katha. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada told this story this way. Actually, this katha also, Gurudev also once he told this katha. Just I explained about Gurudev katha, not my own katha, no my own interpretation. Once, one Bengali lawyer, that time British government ruled in India. One Bengali lawyer has so much love and affection with one British judge. Understand? British judge. So, but the British judge, he had to return back to England because his time is finished. He had to return back to England. And according to the Indian or Bengali culture, you have friend is going, have to give something to his gift. Listen. That British judge, pardon? What do you say? Gift. Donation something. That British judge, he told, yeah, okay, in Bengali lawyer, he told, oh, you are my friend, I have to give something. What do you want? That time the British judge, he told, you give me your Bengal best fruits, fruits. Okay? Understand? In Bengal that time, actual very nice fruits coming, that is called jackfruits. Season jackfruit season, Bengal, very nice, beautiful, sweet, and ripened jackfruits. So he gave that very nice, beautiful jackfruit to British judge. British judge in their country, they are not actual no jackfruit, and he did not know how to open and how to eat the jackfruit. But that British judge has a big beard. Understand? Just I saw his father, Bhagavad Prabhu first. Big beard. What is his name? Bhagavad Maharaj.
Beard.
Huh?
The Shringas.
Jackfruit is very sticky.
So just a big beard. And also mustache. So when the British judge opened, he doesn't know how to eat. Just he also eat, thinking. Then, in the jackfruits, so many also are blue gum. Sticky. Then all his beard complete was sticky. And then he also think what to do. He put the soap. If you put the soap in the bag blue, there more also are. But that is his last day. He had to go to the court. And the time is over. That time he phoned. Asked his Bengali lawyer, hey, you gave that the food very sweet, I ate. But now big problem has come. Well, what happened? Now we are completely what? Stuck. What to do? That time Bengali lawyer told, this is only one solution. You have to shave. Then he said, head and beard, everything.
Head too.
Long beard, here and here, everything also. He came in the court, and same day one Bengali person, his inclined came, and he also saved his hair. And Bengali system is that if your father or mother will die, you have to save. But this there a Bengali person, when he came in the court, he also shaved his head. And that time British judge very loudly and very stashing good, hey, तुम भी कटहल खाइए so? Have you eaten jackfruits? Because I ate jackfruits before I saved my head. You also. Bhaktisiddhanta Srila Prabhupada told this story. Rupa Roti Manjari, she has wrote this spot on her lips. But she's thinking, hey Rupa Manjari, you have. Balavindavan Vihari. Why I am speaking this? Because Viraha means this. Only remembering how then we met with my Gurudev. Gurudev disappearance means is how to remember Gurudev love and affection. This is the thing. Viraha, we says special meeting, how he has love and affection with me. Every disciple they are thinking, Gurudev, and he loves me most. Every disciple is thinking, I am the best. I am very near and dearest to my Gurudev. This is the spontaneous nature of all the disciples. If you don't think Gurudev don't love me, you cannot develop your bhajan sadhana. Or you think Gurudev, how he is so merciful, and how he is magnificent and magnanimous. He is giving me mercy. Guru Kripahi Kevalam. This is the process. When you feel this separation, Gurudev love and affection, then automatically your bhajan will be increase. This is the process. Guru Path. Always, how much Gurudev? This thing. Cry for Gurudev. Remembering Gurudev. This is all a bhajan and sadhana. Not do anything this thing. And this separation automatically. Because this, I told you in the beginning, this separation as like fire. And that's Sanskrit word that's called Viraha Agni. This Viraha Agni automatically what? Remove all anartha from your heart. This thing. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sikshastra also explain these things also. Right? Oi Nanda Tanuja Kinkaran and Padita Mang Visame Bhalam Budu. Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Dhuli Sadisam Mang. I am down in the ocean of Maya. And I have no strength, no power. Oi Nanda Tanuja, hey Krishna, you are the son of Nanda Maharaj. Oi Nanda Tanuja Kinkaran Padita Mang Visam Bhalam Budu. And Kripaya, please give me shelter until lotus feet as like one particle dust. And I am your servant, this thing. This Viraha Mahaprabhu also taught to us how we will feel separation from Krishna. This thing. Nayanam Galastu Dhara Badanam Gadagda Ruddha Gira Pularkoi Nuchitam Bapu Kada Tavo Nam Brahmane Bhavishyati. Yesterday I also told this thing. You know how we will chant pure holy names. This is the thing. Feeling separation and chant holy names. Nayanam Galadasru Dharaya Badanam Gadagda Ruddha Gira Pularkoi Listen to the name. When I utter holy names, then my throat will be choked and tears rolling down from my eyes. Right? Separation mode, this thing. This is the teaching of Mahaprabhu. But how will chant also pure holy name? Always associated with high class, exalted, Brajarasik, Sadhu and Guru. Gurudev, try to always associate with high class, Brajarasik, Sadhu and Guru. Where you will get that sadhu, you have to associate with him. Gurudev told, one very valuable gold in the toilet. You are looking, what will do? Gurudev told, one gold, very valuable gold in the toilet. Then you are looking. You will take or not?
Yes. Gold piece.
Huh?
Gold piece.
But no. This is bad. I not touch. Which gentleman have to take these things? Huh? That's even an example. This one. If you see one's heart full of prema bhakti, full of prajarasa, you have to associate with him. You have to listen Hari Katha. Just Samarani Didi glorified. No sectarian. Where you get? Go. Listen Hari Katha, sweet Hari Katha. Prema Madhurya Katha. Why not? Eh? This is the thing. Eh? Let's go. Who will give? Eh? If you are hungry, you what will do? You will search for the food. Eh? Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitam mati kriyatam yadi kutopi labhate tatrapi lolo mullam janma kati sukritana labhate. Yesterday I also quoted these words. Eh? Just you pay your greed, Rayanamanda Sangha. Eh? Just to pay your greed, not other things. Bhakti not depend on any qualifications. Eh? Brajraganuga bhakti depend on only lobha lobhotpatti ka kaivalam. Nagvartma Chandrika. Vishwanath Chakrabarti Pad explained. What is the qualification of greed? Lobha utpatti ka kaivalam. Not other greed, not looking others' qualification. Greed, looking only greed. But this greed will come. Where will get the greed? Vishwanath Chakrabarti again explained this thing. This greed is coming from the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Real greed, perfect greed. Not just, what is it called? Temporary emotion coming. Eh? No. Perfect greed coming, there are the three symptoms with that. Eh? Ragvartma Chandrika, Srila Vishwanath Chakrabarti very clearly explained the real greed manifests in our heart and mind. There are the three symptoms in there. First, you have to follow all the rules and regulations of Vaidhi Bhakti. Jab Dishtina Vaidhi Bhakti. Shruti Smriti Naradadi Pancharatri Viding Vina Vaikantik Hari Bhakti Utpadaki Kevalam. If you do not follow the rules and regulations of Ved, Puran, Upanishad or Narad Pancharatra, you are thinking, oh, I am Raganuga Sadhana. No need to follow these things. Harikal, Harikal. No need to follow the rules and regulations. But that bhakti is called Utpadaki Kevalam. Only make the disturbance. That is not the bhakti. So first year Vishwanath Chakrabarti Ragvartma Chandrika very clearly explained. First, you have to follow the wisdom. Adi Guru Padasra, Diksha, Siksha, Visram, Veno, Guru, Seva, and 64 limbs of bhakti. This explains this. Second, you have to stay in Braj. Stay in Braj. If it's not possible, stay in Braj physically, but in your mind, always stay in Braj. Braj Bhakti. Always remembering it. And third, when you're more qualified, then absorb when your transcendental into the constitutional form. Siddha. Mane mane siddhadya kuriya bhavan ratri dine Radha Krishna karaye sevan. Mahaprabhu told this thing. Raghunath Das Goswami. This is ভালো না খাইবে আর ভালো না পড়িবে অমানি মানদ ভয়া কৃষ্ণ নাম সদা লবে और ब्रजे राधा कृष्ण सदा मानसे सेविये don't eat too much delicious food, don't wear too much gorgeous clothes, simple. ভালো না খাইবা ভালো না পড়িবে অমানি মানদ, always very humble and give respect to all the devotees. ब्रजे राधा कृष्ण सेवा मानसे करे. Very nice. Also, Rupa Goswami Pad also quoted these things in his Grantha Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Many slokas is there also there. This is the process how to real greed will come. And listen Hari Katha. Main things is the Hari Katha. Because without listening Hari Katha, how possible our heart will be purified? Sinnatang Sakta Krishna Punna Sravanaki. This is very important. Without listening Hari Katha, how possible our heart will be purified? Because Krishna Katha is Krishna himself. Krishna Katha means Krishna himself enter in your heart and clean all unopposite. Vidyante hridaya granthi chiddante sarva samsaya. Many shlokas are giving the evidence of Hari Katha Sravan. Sadhu Sangha Hari Katha. This is our aim object. But the sadhu should be high class sadhu. And whose character should be neat and clean. Charitravan. Do you understand? Whose is very perfect. What is called? Perfect example of his character. This sadhu also. Just I use this word. Charitravan sadhu. Good behavior. That's sadhu. If my external behavior is not good, I cannot preach also these things. I cannot preach. Achar and prachar. Achar, then I have to practice, follow all the rules and regulations. Then my followers can too follow to me. So achar and prachar, preaching this. This is very important. Gurudev disciplines there. We are thinking how Gurudev he preached. Just take Gurudev. Gurudev is not an ordinary person. You know this katha. I think 2008 or 9 or 10. Gurudev. Brajamandal Parikrama. The Pujari of Seva Kunja. He brought some prasad of Srimati Radhika. He came about midday. He brought and offered to Gurudev. That time Gurudev, after taking prasad, Gurudev was taking rest. He told to Madhav Maharaj, I brought this prasad, I direct want to give in the hand of Gurudev Nand. That time Gurudev told, that time Madhav Maharaj told Gurudev now taking rest after the prasad, he did not speak to anybody, he did not give darshan. That time Madhav Maharaj, okay, you are Panda, you know. Panda means is what? They want some donation money. Okay, take 500 rupees. Well, no. Madhav Maharaj told, okay, take 1000 rupees. No. But I don't want to take money. I want to offer this prasad to on the hand of Srinarayan Goswami Maharaj. Then he told, okay, you give this prasad, then maybe when Gurudev will wake up 4 o'clock, then I will offer. But no, I will give my own hand. Then they will, okay, so Gurudev will be wake up 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. you can come. 4 p.m. again he came. And got same prasad. And offered to this thing. And he told, that last night Srimati Radhika herself, she told me, this prasad, you offer to my very near, there is Narayan Goswami Maharaj. You give his own hand. Srimati Radhika direct gave order to that Pujari. Like Madhavendra Puri Bad Katha, you know. You know this story. Pujari himself gave that the prasad. You know the story of Kirchara Gopinath Katha. Just in the same way, Pujari told. Gurudev, when Gurudev heard this, Gurudev heart melted. Gurudev, I saw. Gurudev, few minutes he did not speak. And completely red, his face completely reddish and tears flowed. I saw the thing. Right? So then Gurudev, Radhika, his pranam mantra, this Radhika, Namam Vishnu Padaya, Radhikali, to our Gurudev. So we are very, very fortunate how we took shelter of high class. Radhika's Nijojan. Nijojan means very near and dear is And I tell you, Gurudev, his own hand also wrote his own identification, Raman Manjari. Now not published, this is also reserved. Gurudev own hand, you can help this thing. And he wrote it. Raman Manjari, he wrote this.
That's him?
Pardon?
That's him?
Gurudev's own identification, Siddhadeva Parichaya, he also wrote in his own hand. Raman Manjari. Now many people also confuse and are influenced. But we in the beginning we know everybody. And he also established Raman Bihari Gauriamat and Raman Bihari Thakurji also in Delhi Kut. And I know even when Gurudev, when he gave class about Jaiva Dharma class, first chapter, I remember this thing, which I saw direct Gurudev's eyes. When he gave the class, this katha is coming. Hey Raman Manjari, you have to stop the cockroaches. She is making the noise, disturbance for the sweetness of Mary Samini Srimati Radhika. This thing. When Gurudev gave class, and Gurudev also saw these Gurudev. And that time we recognize all and most of the work is of Gauriamat. Brahmachari, they know. Everything is true. Why not to take one? So, just I also, I am saying because Gurudev, the very nearest and dearest of Srimati Radhika, and he is also Raman Manjari. This is what is called? Unbroken truth. That is called Bhranta Sapta. Gurudev is Raman Manjari. Balo Raman Manjari ki jai. So what Gurudev is saying, this is 100% truth. Perfect, this Gurudev. But love and affection. Now also, many also saying this, about discussing about Shami Maharaj, this Sakharosh or Madhurya Rosh, Gopi Bhav, not the thing. Sometimes I will tell you what will do, why they are quarreling. And what Gurudev said, you understand yourself. Sometimes also try saying, okay, two disciples, one is Brajanath, another is Vijay Kumar. Took Diksha from same Guru. But Brajanath is looking his Gurudev, Sakha Bhav. It's not wrong, it's Jaiva Dharma. I am not giving it. Jaiva Dharma. And Vijay Kumar, his Gurudev looking his Gurudev, Lalita Sakhi's Madhurya Bhav. Everybody can realize upon his own feeling, own realization. But one thing I will tell you. Nirapekha hoiya bichar kele ache tartama. Understand what the meaning?
From a neutral position, still Madhurya Ras is highest.
Nirapekha, when you will that neutral, then you understand who is my Gurudev. Is Sakharas or you can understand yourself. This is the simple way. So Chaitanya Nirapekha bichar kele ache tartama. You can also do this. Everybody. So just like remembering Gurudev, Nan Goswami Maharaj. And he was not an ordinary person. And still Gurudev with us also. Just realize about him. He is always with us. Where he has come. He is always with us. Remembering him. Then you can see. Just to give an example, my Gurudev Srila Pavan Goswami Maharaj. Once he was writing book. That book, it is some conclusion is coming, and some Prabhupada explains something, and our Vishwanath Chakravarti or Bhaktivinoda Thakur saying something, another thing. That book, when he was writing, and that time he thinking, which conclusion is the best? What would you write? Okay, because when you write the books, then everybody will ask, what is this, everything. You can speak anything, that is another thing. But when you write the books, then everybody will ask. questions. Eh? So that time my Gurudev Sri Vaman Goswami Maharaj, he's thinking what to do now. Whole night he was thinking. At midnight, direct Sri Bhaktivedanta Keshav Goswami Maharaj manifested in front of him. Eh? And he told, listen, what my Gurudev told, that is the perfect. Right? Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, what did he say? This is the perfect. What Bhaktivinoda Thakur say, maybe you cannot understand, but what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, what did he? That is the perfect. And many times also heard direct lotus lips of my Gurudev Sri Vaman Goswami Maharaj told. Many times he told, many times when my confusion coming. Then I remember my Gurudev. Then Gurudev direct meditation for me. And he told, oh, this is the day. And he solved all my doubts, problems. So he is Mukta Mahapurush, but he doing this Leela. Don't confuse. Vaman Goswami is Mukta Purush or not. But no, this is the Leela, Guru and disciple this Leela. My Gurudev very humble told. Many times my Gurudev, Sri Bhakti Pradhan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, he came and he told, do this. Gurudev Sri Narayan Goswami Maharaj, same way he also told many stories, many things in front of us. How his Gurudev always with him. In his life, many kinds of also problems came. We solved these things because we are staying always with Sri Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Many kinds of problems come in the audit call. Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, Devananda, Gaudiya you know these things, many things also. But Gurudev told, all my problems, everything were solved by the mercy of my Gurudev. Because always I am staying with my Gurudev. He told this thing. And so much love and affection with Vaman Goswami Maharaj and Trivikram Goswami Maharaj. For this regard, in our Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti also we are saying this way. Vasudev has written one slokas, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai, Sri Guru. But Mayavadi, they are explaining the Mayavad philosophy. But Gaudiya Vaishnava giving another explanation. Gurudev, he is as like Brahma. Brahma, he creates. In the same way, Gurudev, he creates the Suddha Bhakti in the heart of his disciple through the mantra. Gurudev, he is as like Vishnu. The duty of Vishnu to nourishment. In the same way, Gurudev, he nourishment Suddha Bhakti in my heart with Hari Katha nourishment. Our Gurudev, Maheshwara, the duties of Maheshwar Shivji to destroy all the anarthas from our heart. In the same way, Gurudev, very powerful Hari Katha, he destroys all anarthas in our heart. So in the same way, in our Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, three pillars, three acharyas, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Many times you heard this katha from many our God, senior most God Vedanta, they told these things. Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj is as like Brahma, who gives mantra in this way. Because that time only one acharya, according to the rules of Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, it's called Brahma, he gives the mantra. Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he is as like Vishnu, Narayan. Very nice translation. Srila Gurudev Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And every particular sannyasis and every particular brahmachari in Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, Gurudev, nourishment to them. What would say, even the nowadays, with the acharya of Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, Parjatak Maharaj. Actually, Gurudev, he also nourishment to him. First he came in Mathura, and Gurudev also nourishment to him. In physically and also spiritually. That time he was very small boy. I think maybe 10 or 12 years old. That time, Parjatak Maharaj, he came. And he came also to Keshavji Gaudiya, and Gurudev Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj also nourishment to him. Gurudev in his katha he also told. And I nourishment to all the Guru Vedanta Samiti. Everything, this is true. Time his love and affection. This is true. Physically and also spirituality. This thing. So Gurudev, this is also Vishnu Tattva. Just I explained this way. Or Trivikram Maharaj Gurvari Katha is as like Shiva. Very difficult to sometimes to tolerate. Huh? Huh? And very powerful Harikatha. And so in this way, our Gauriya Vedanta Samiti, three pillars. Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Trivikram Goswami Maharaj, Srila Nanda Goswami Maharaj. These things so much. And three brothers, how they are love and affection to each others also. Many pictures I am looking. Actually, that picture in the Radhashtami, I remember. In Keshavji Gaudiya, I was looking. There, and Srila Gurudev, Srila Nanda Goswami Maharaj, and Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj, Vaman Goswami sitting there. Actually, this is this picture in Keshavji Gaudiya in the Radhashtami. Apprentice of Srimati Radhika. And that time also, Srila Vaman Goswami, he came in Keshavji Gaudiya. I remember that picture also. And very nice, beautiful Hari Katha also that time. Vaman Goswami Maharaj is very humble. He always gave respect to Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. I saw with my eyes. What is the love and affection is God brothers? What is called the Vaishnava Tattva? I saw my own eyes. Love and affection. So much love and affection here. Though Vaman Goswami Maharaj, he took Harinam from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. Actually, he is the senior most disciple. But he gave respect to Narayan Goswami Maharaj as like he is also Guru. And many times he also told Narayan Maharaj, he also my guardian. You know guardian? Understand? He told this thing. And without the permission from Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he did not give Dikshan to sannyas also. Without the recommendation of Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he never gave sannyas. I saw my life also these things. Then he asked first to take permission from Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Then I will give Diksha to you. Okay, love and affection. Once I saw Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he came from Mathura. Just he entered Devananda Gaudiya Math. Narahari Toran, you have seen that thing. Then my Gurudev Vaman Goswami just he saw little bit far and he completely heard. Lay down and do pranam. What can be acharya? You cannot understand what is the humility. Tinad be sunish, taruni vashrishna, amani no mana dena, kirtaniya sada. Many times Gurudev glorified Srila Narayan Goswami, glorified about lives of Vaman Goswami Maharaj. I remember in the appearance day of Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gurudev Narayan Goswami Maharaj himself told, what you speak about your Gurudev? Huh? You don't know about Gurudev, just you come here. What you say Gurudev? 60 years he told. I stay with your Gurudev. I know your Gurudev. He told. Then he also glorified about Gurudev's the Vaman Goswami life history. He told about it. The Vaman Goswami Maharaj, he is like the perfect the embodiment of Trinadapi Sunij. Vaman Goswami Maharaj is the dictionary of Gaudiya Math also. All slokas, any slokas, Ved, Puran, Upanishad, Srimad Bhagavad, any slok, he can speak. One day asked Gurudev Vaman Goswami, how many slokas do you know? So Vaman Goswami Maharaj told, 7 days, 7 nights, I have to speak. Never finish. Sloka. And Pinad be Sunij, this thing. So that's how they are love and affection to each other. In the same Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. He also, so what is called, management. The Guru Vedanta. Everybody also gave respect to him. Gurudev. That's why one day I read to you. So Anand Goswami Maharaj wrote one letter to Vaman Goswami Maharaj. Oh, many years, 3-4 years coming to Mathura. Many Devasi, they want to take Diksha Harinam from you. Please come. Then Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, he wrote, then he replied to him, Pujapat, Nand Maharaj, my health is not good. I can't go to Braj in this moment. So you can give Diksha Harinam, everything I am giving to permission to you. Right? Look at how he is generous. Right? In this way, Gurudev, he told Vaman Goswami how it is love and affection to each other. And love is continuous, coming from the inner total heart of it. Prem not do other things. No sectarian. That's Samarani Didi. She told very nicely. You should be always, what is called, liberal. Liberal. And only chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gurudev. And he preached all over the world. And same mood of our Srila Acharya. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj mood. Srila Gurudev mood are same. For this regard, he wrote this thing. My Siksha Guru and Priyabandhu. He is my Siksha Guru and Priyabandhu. Who is called Priyabandhu? With the same heart, same mood. That is called. So what is that? I cannot understand. So why people they are saying and arguments and content, what is called? Controversial mode. You can't understand these things. I am not going to any criticize, not really. Just I am thinking myself. Same mood. Without same mood, how possible you got the differences? Is that thing? And Gurudev told, Sai Maharaj, he gave everything in his books and everything in his lecture. Because the situation is also coming. First, you have to cut the jungle. Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada told, I want to give the highest mood, highest frame. But now everything is full of jungles. First cut the jungle. Then first cut the jungle and completely uprooted all the. Then you clean, then you put the plant. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, he did these things. And he gave everything, Prem, everywhere. Because he is coming the same line of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu himself told, Prithivide ache jato nagaradi gram sarvatra prachar. Nam means this girl. Nam means it's not only Nam, Prem, everything is inside there. Gaur Nam, Gaur Dham, everything is not depends from himself also. When you deeply analyze, deeply enter in this philosophy, you see these things. He gave everything to us. Just to realize this thing. What is giving to us. Bhajan and chanting holy name, they realize this thing. So Gurudev is very merciful. Same mood, same line. They also what is called? Write this, I remember this katha. They are similarly manifested their book. What is called? Same mood, nice.
Our Guru is one in Siddhanta, one at heart.
Look this thing. One Siddhanta and what is the meaning of one of heart? That means Srila Gurudev heart and Srila Sai Maharaj heart is same. Both are Manjari is not same heart. How possible say one heart? Tell to me these things. I am not to criticize, not to anything. Simple. Siddhanta, same Siddhanta. What is the same Siddhanta? Anarpita charini chirad, karuna avatirna kalau, samarpayatu unnato ujjal rasam, sabhattis, parihi purta sundara kolam, hidaya bandhari, sada, spuratu vashasi. It's the same heart, same Siddhanta these things. Gurudev Siddhanta. So Sai Maharaj, all our Guru Varga, Samrani Didi, she spoke very nice, my heart completely melted. She told these things. Same line, same our Guru Parampara. All our acharyas, these things. And this mood will work. Without Manjari Bhav, Manjari mood, why the acharya has mood of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is giving to us everything. But just this is our process. She told very nice. In Sannyas mantra means is what? Gopi Bhav, Gopi mood is there also. Bhakti Pradhan Kesava Goswami Maharaj did this mantra. This mantra, Gopi Bhav, Gopi mood, mantra gave him. He took sannyas. And Srila Gurudev, and also to perform all his sannyas, what is called? Performing. Not only this, Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj, he hold his hand. Last time, I am watching that video cassette. The nourishment might follow devotees. Because he did this thing. He knew, he realized that after my departure, many problems will come. So for this, he gave direct instruction to him. You know what is the highest mode I gave? This Namantra is very nice. Krishna Prasthaya Bhutalisman Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine. Samrani did his katha. He had also one book, I think. There is her books. Gauravani Pracharine. What does it mean, Gauravani? Gauravani Pracharine. Gauravani Pracharine. What is the Gauravani? What is the message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, many acharyas came. They also distribute. That's the Sakha Vatsalya Bhav. But Manjari Bhav, this is special. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is this month. And so this called this Gauravani. Samrani, these books I am reading also. Gauravani Pracharine. This thing is very. She also very clearly, one point, explain what is the meaning of Gauravani. What is the message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And his pranam mantra, Sai Maharaj, pranam mantra, Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Sunnavadi, Western country. Complete word. Nirvishesvadi and Sunnavadi. But he also delivered to you. And like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he delivered everybody. Kormi, Gyani, Jogi, Mayavadi, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the same way, Bhaktivedanta Sai Maharaj, he also delivered to everybody. Yesterday I told. When he danced in front of Jagannath Dev and took one gong and dancing as like a 16 years old boy. 16 years old. There's so much energy dancing. What kind of energy is coming? And chanting holy names in front of Lord Jagannath. Same mood of Srimati Radhika. I'm saying this. Same mood of Srimati Radhika. This thing. Because Nam Sankirtan is depends on the mood. What the mood of it? Same mood of Guru Varga. Our Guru Varga is this way. So today, very super excellent, auspicious day. And more we glorify all our acharyas katha. And this is called the Hari Katha, Krishna Katha, Guru Varga's Katha. And again we listen their life history. So Gurudev was very powerful acharya. And this thing. And he prays all over the world. And these things. And he has many hands. Gurudev told, I have not only one, I have thousand hands. But who is my 1,000 hands? One day I asked Gurudev, you have told one class we have many hands. He looked, all their many hands. Samrani Didi one hand. And also, what is called? And many Sai Maharaj disciples. They help to Gurudev. And Gurudev, all books. And these are the hands, their hands. And Gurudev's hands are there. All their hands also. And all these are disciples. His hands, how they praise him. So try to understand Gurudev. Very humble. So again and again I bow down my forehead, lotus feet of Gurudev, and he gave him mercy. One day I will become his real disciple and serve his lotus feet. And Srila Gurudev ki Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Okay, now Arati?
Now for the Guru.
Oh, Guru Puja, yeah. Okay, now let's wait.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hello, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. You prepare now. Mukunda Prabhu, come. Everybody asking.
I can sing, but I don't know if I heard. Shri Guru Charana Parma Devana Bhakti Sarma. Shri Guru Charana
जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय 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 श्री राधे, जय गोविंद देव की